everybody. We done that clutch work on this 404 last week, and when we bought this tractor, it didn't have this sheet metal on it. It had this and that piece there, but this piece, and the piece on the other side weren't there. The grill was in it. We found those in the junkyard, and we took a Brillo pad to the red, just like we done on the 504, and it kind of came back down to the primer on the front, but it's patinaed, it's nice, it's clean. But that rust is just bothering me bad. Will don't want me to paint it, but I'm gonna paint that white sheet metal because it's kind of aggravating. But I'm gonna paint it the cream white color, which is I'm gonna use Rust-Oleum almond. I'm gonna go ahead and paint these back rims. I've got to take this center apart anyway, so I'm gonna clean the outers up and just paint the outers with galvanizing, with silver galvanizing, like I do all the rims, and just kind of freshen the tractor up a little bit. This piece of sheet metal right here, it needs to be bent back a little bit, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a new battery box cover while I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm gonna put a little paint on this thing, just to kind of freshen it up. I don't want to do a complete paint job, and like I'm gonna do a restoration, I'm gonna just do the white, clean it up. Probably go ahead and clean up the Farmall emblems and repaint those. I got the grill out of it. I've cleaned it up already, and I put a coat of paint on it. But while I got this sheet metal off of it, probably go ahead and pressure wash it and get some of this oil and grease off from where we done the clutch, and clean up inside the fenders where we couldn't get before. So, but I'll show you the grill after I got it cleaned up. It had a little bit of damage on it. I kind of straightened it out the best I could, but there's the grill. So that's got one coat on it. I'm gonna put another coat on it in a minute, and let it cure out, and then we'll start on the rest of it. So I'm gonna fix up the IH emblem too. So like I said, I'm using just Rust-Oleum 2X almond. I did put a primer on here, and this is almond from Ace, different color. So don't use the Ace paint, I just had it. So like I said, Rust-Oleum almond is as close to the IH white as you're gonna get, without buying it from the dealer. So and then just for what I'm doing, just spray it. It's quick and easy. So like I said, we'll bring y'all back with some more in a few. All right, everybody, I should have took a picture before I taped it up, but this is the emblem. I cleaned it up. I didn't clean it back up very good. I should have cleaned it up, but it's gonna get dirty anyway. It's not a restoration quality paint job here anyway, but I took a black paint marker. I had a black paint marker, and I went ahead and painted the black off on either side, and then I just went ahead and I taped off everything else, and I'm gonna paint this red. I scuffed it up with a little sandpaper. You kind of see it scuffed in there a little bit. I'm gonna just shoot the IH red in there, and then I'll let it cure out for a day or so, and then I'll take the tape off of it, and it'll be ready to go on the grill. I got another coat of paint on that grill, so I guess I'll get a little clip after I get it painted, and we'll bring you back. All right, there we go. We just shot a coat of paint on it, and we'll let that cure out, and then we'll untape it and put it on the grill. So the grill's got 2 coats on it, so I'll probably go ahead and it's tacky to the touch. I'll probably go ahead and put one more coat on it real quick, and like I said, we'll be done with the grill, and then we'll start tackling some sheet metal. So y'all stay tuned. All right, everybody, I got the emblem painted. I got a little bit overspray, but I can take some paint thinner and clean that up, but it'll be fine. Looks good. I'm fixing to dissect the rest of the sheet metal, and we'll bring you back in a few. Will's got the grill off of the 300. He's gonna paint it and clean it up. So just kind of freshen that tractor up a little bit. He still got it for sale. He wants $2,200 for it, if anybody's interested in it. He's gonna clean the rims up and paint them, clean this grill up and paint it. We got to adjust the TA. I think the TA will work. It just needs to be adjusted. I think he's gonna look at getting a new seat cushions for it. So like I said, if anybody's interested in it, it runs good. It'll have the roughest part of the paint to be cleaned up. So we're just gonna just tinker with it a little bit and then clean it up. Like I said, if we don't sell it, we use it. If we sell it, if somebody wants a good tractor, like I said, it's a good tractor. So but we'll bring you back. All right, we got all the sheet metal peeled off of this thing, and all the dogs is wanting to bark when I make a video. So we got all the sheet metal took off, and Will's working on the grill on that 300. I've got the 2 side panels here to clean up. I've got these all cleaned up. That's all cleaned up. So I got to get this cleaned up. Got the emblems over there. I'm gonna brush all these off, and then I'm gonna blow all the dirt and dust off, and then wipe them down and shoot a coat of paint on them real fast. So we'll bring y'all back in a few. Okay, everybody, that is the first coat on everything. I got I painted the back and got a good coat on it and just flipped it over. Let it get tacky, and then I got a good coat on the first coat on it. That's roughed up there. I don't know. That's in the sheet metal. I sort of sanding it down. I don't sanding and getting way down deep. It'll be covered up by that badge, so it'll be all right. So yeah, the sheet metal is not perfect by no means, but like I said, I'm just cleaning it up and painting it because it's so rusty and crusty looking. So just kind of freshen the truck up a little bit. So we're gonna get a couple more coats on it while we got some sunlight and a good breeze blowing today. So hopefully it'll cure on out, and we can put it back together tomorrow. So we'll bring y'all back. All right, everybody, we got all the sheet metal painted and put back on. I didn't do anything with the decals. Or the emblems. I figured it'd be all right. But like I said, it's all got the sheet metal painted IH white, and that is the correct white. When we cleaned everything up, that's the color that was behind it. Got the grill done. So not too terrible bad. Looks like a different tractor, especially if we do the outers. Do the outers on the rims. It actually doesn't look too bad. Kind of thinking I should have done those Blanton Farms emblems cream white. So, but there it is in the flesh, fresh IH white on the sheet metal. One day I probably will tear this thing down completely and do a nut and bolt restoration. It's got a few things that cosmetic wise need to be addressed, but overall it's not bad. I kind of like that tractor a good bit. I need to get a new seat for it. That seat's comfortable, but I'm gonna put the right seat on it like I did on the 504. So I guess everything kind of blends together now. So just a 63 504. That fiberglass on that seat, when I do it, I'm gonna do kind of like I did on the 504, just clean it up good, sand it a little bit, and put some polyurethane on it, clear coat. The emblem and the grill come out good. It's got a bad spot right here in the grill. I patched it back best I could. So from a distance, you really can't tell it unless you're looking for it. So, but rest of the sheet metal on the tractor is in really good shape, other than this right there. But that's on a flat panel. It should be easy to get back out. Like I said, Will didn't really want me to paint it, and I kind of think I should have painted it bright white, but like I said, I had the bright white, and then I had the cream. So, and then when I got to pulling it apart, it was everything under the emblems was cream white, and on the back side when you cleaned it up, it was cream white. And if you look at the paint specs for it, it was cream white. So like I said, it should be ready to go. Like I said, I want to do the outers on the rims. Not really going to worry about the inner sides because they're red. I do have another center hub for the for this side over here. I think when I take this tire and rim off, I'm gonna just go ahead and swap everything out and do it all at one time. That'll be shortly. So this tire was wanting to leak down the other day pretty bad, and it was just about flat the other day. And this morning when I left, I pumped it up. They're loaded, and I pumped it up, put 40 pounds of air in it, and I put a new valve stem cap on it with a little bit of pipe dope on it, and it's still got 40 pounds in it right now. So I'm gonna let it sit until tomorrow, and then I'm gonna take that cap off. I'm gonna let it back down to 20 pounds, and I'm gonna jack it up and take all the air off of it, and put it back to put a new valve core, stem core in it, and valve stem in it, and that tire should be good to go. But like I said, I'm kind of glad the paint turned out like it did. So thank y'all for watching. Hadn't posted many videos on a roll there, so I'm gonna try to get back on my schedule here and start posting video every day. Like I said, we got some work to do on the 504, that clip there. I got some new badge clips ordered, so I'll put a new one on it. But I got some O-rings to put on the 504 on these hydraulic lines. These hydraulic lines under there, you see all of that hydraulic oil in there. Those hydraulic lines up in there where they hook to the spool valves have a banjo fitting connection, and there's a bunch of O-rings, and I got to replace those O-rings. So that's gonna be a video coming soon. It's been threatening to rain the last couple of days. I want to do the video on this side dresser deal. I've had a couple questions about how do you know how much fertilizer you'd put out, and I've never really measured it. I know how to measure it and get a rough idea. So I'm gonna try to put a video together on that. I gotta grind some chicken feed. So there's just a bunch of stuff coming down the tube. I still need to do this touch control box on this tractor. So we actually broke that 3-bottom John Deere plow down the other day. Let me turn y'all around here. All right, everybody. So had to turn the phone off, got a telephone call. But like I said, I got a few videos coming down the tube. I want to make the videos on those things I said a while ago. And then, like I said, we broke that John Deere plow down and put it back to a 2-bottom plow. Daddy finished putting it back together today. I was going to get some video of it yesterday, and it was kind of a spur of the minute kind of thing. We just kind of rolled with it pretty fast. We got it broke down, and it's way more manageable for that 420 now. I made a pretty nice plow. I think he's going to need some shares on it. But other than that, the mold boards and the land sides and everything that he had are all in pretty good shape. So we got to have some plow bolts to put the land sides the land sides back on that front bottom. He had everything else kind of fell in place. It was a real easy deal. I wish I'd have took some video of it, but like I said, it was kind of one of them spur of the minute, get it done kind of deals. It's already the 2nd of March. I got all my soil samples back the other day from Clemson, verified, just to check between my soil sample test and the fertilizer company samples, and I wanted to see what Clemson said. That way I got kind of three different variations, 3 different results, and all of them so far are pretty close there. So that home sample kit, I'm gonna do a soil sample up there in that big field of Joe's. So when I'm gonna do a video on that, I'll probably do a video on that one tomorrow. I'll get everything together to do it. I'm gonna pull the sample and go through and show that test kit. It's a Lamont test kit. I'll go through and show that video on how to do the soil sample with that kit. And that home kit, it's really a science experiment. So we're gonna put it together I'll put that video together with that kit. And the results on my kit, that Lamont kit versus what Clemson and what the fertilizer company are, they're all apples to apples. They're within a couple of numbers of each other. They're pretty close. So real surprised that home kit is that accurate. So and you can buy it on Amazon. There's several different places you can get it. So I'll put a link on there for where to get that thing from if anybody's interested when I do that video. So like I said, just thank y'all for watching. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.